Hello everybody, you wonderful mother truckers, and welcome to another video. Right then, now some of you, there's a link down below, the thing will probably pop up here as well. I did a live stream in the reaction to the video of the Manchester airport scene, breaking down and explaining how I thought the actions of the police officer were completely and utterly justified, and I explained why. I also said that I'm stunned by everybody going, this is wrong, when you can clearly see there was an issue and this was a reaction and it was correct. He was under threat. And how I say he was under threat is because you also have to look at the timeline of that day in particular. In the morning, Adam Chowdhury had been sentenced for his planning of the Westminster and London Bridge attacks, where I think it was over 17 people died. Okay, terrorist leader who worked here. He got arrested. A couple of hours after that, I know the media have gone completely silent over it. No one wants to talk about it, but a serving colonel, and I hope if anyone sees it who he's related to, I hope he's getting better, got attacked by a mentally ill, got attacked by an Islamist, no doubt, in a reprisal attack, got stabbed on his doorstep and almost killed. But of course, we're just sweeping that under the carpet now because that's going to be his motivation, but they're never going to admit that, I guarantee you. So we have had a potential, as far as these officers were concerned, a potential Muslim response attack to what had happened to Mr. Chowdhury, the scumbag that he is, deserves everything he gets. So the next thing they know is they've got a potential terrorist incident going on in the terminal. You know, they've been attacked as armed police, and you're responding to something that is potentially a terrorist attack. Now, in that video, I said clearly, although some people questioned it, that one of them went for a firearm. Now, somebody, and this is something else is great, right? Somebody's leaked the footage. Now, that bit, which is, because, oh, well, here's the leaked footage, and it's blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you drawing yourself and your brain to the fact that it had to be leaked for us to get to see this information? Okay? You're missing that bit. You're not joining the dots. Why was it leaked? Why wasn't it just made public knowledge? Think about that. Before I go into the video and break it down and show you exactly what happened, yeah? Why are we everybody just go, oh, well, we've got the leaked video, and yeah. I mean, that's the other thing that's pissed me off about this. Or you're going, oh, yeah, whoa, yeah, he was right. No. Why did it take that to convince you that's what you should do? When I showed you in my video, it was completely plain evidence that quite a serious assault had occurred. Their equipment was hanging off them. It's quite clearly they'd been under a sustained attack. But why did you all have to wait till now to see the video that was leaked? Remember, it was leaked. Otherwise, in other words, you weren't going to get to see this. This was going to be suppressed. This was going to be suppressed so they could continue to play the Muslims are the victims cards and demonising our police force. Now, I call the police out, and I've done it many, many times, and I'll continue to do that for unfair two-tier policing because it does exist. But also, if I see my officers, well, they are my officers. I pay their wages. If I see my officers doing something right and being treated badly, I'm also going to say that and call that out. You can't just criticise one. You can't criticise if you don't praise. And the thing is, I saw loads of people saying, oh, he shouldn't have gotten kicked to the head. Oh, he's out of control. He's not out of control. This video shows you exactly why, and I'm going to explain to you why he did what he did. As simple as. But for all of you who've sat and waited and either didn't say anything or criticised the officer and now are not and backpedaling like mad because, oh, here's the video to prove it, give your heads a wobble. Officers do not draw their tasers for no reason. They do not activate their Parva spray for no reason. They do not respond like that for no reason. None whatsoever. And I've got some other videos that I'll show you here, which you all you fucking left-wing twats completely silent about. This is all about the fact that we are continually pushing the Muslims are victims. I mean, you're going about Yakim Makub, who was their lawyer. I was calling this guy out when he was trying to stand for West Midlands mayor. The guy's a raving lunatic. He's an arsehole. He's a victim card playing specialist. Yeah. Oh, he's got a cyst on his brain. Bollocks. Instant bollocks. They're going for money. You know, if anyone fucking pays them out, you need your head to go in a wobble. They instigated, they committed an exceedingly violent attack on our police officers. There is no excuse, no money. Why they're out on bail, I know why they're out on bail, because it's all about playing the Muslims are victims card. The thing that the media and the politicians all do. All you politicians, apart from fair play to Reform and Richard Tice, who backed them, all of those politicians are there sucking dick. You are. I'm sorry, I don't care anymore. I've had enough of this. Let's just pander to them. You've done it in Leeds, you'll do it anywhere. Oh, well, we'll have to speak to people in Manchester. No, those arseholes violently attacked 3 officers. There is no fucking excuse. And how dare all of you, including you, Yvette Cooper, Home Secretary, who threw those officers under the fucking bus for the sake of diversity, for the sake of playing the Muslims victim card. Shame on you. Shame on you. Any case, let's get to the actual video. Now, I'm going to go through this like I went with the other one, but I'm going to keep playing it and stopping it. So, as it turns out now, it wasn't to do with searches. These guys, the guy in the blue, which is, you may not see, there's a guy in the blue, and then just off to the side, let me just bring it down a bit. Behind the officers, there's a guy in the dark shirt, okay? These two have been kicking off twice before. And this is actually at the car park Payne, where I presume these officers have now been dispatched to arrest them for those assaults. Okay? So they're now responding to people they know have been twice violent. And they're armed officers. Okay? Now they're all moving in, as you see, 3. There's 3 of them. You got the man, shame I can't get me pointer up here, but you got the male officer just to the left, and then the 2 female officers. Okay. Situationally, I'm a little bit concerned that all 3 are moving and focused on the guy. They're not focused on any potential threats. But it is what it is. And also, to be fair, don't think they were kind of expecting it. So let's play it through. So we approach. Right, so the officer's now got the guy in the blue. The female officer is also helping. The guy, I got my pointer now, so there we go. This arm is the other guy in the dark shirt, okay? Now, tactically, they're focused on this guy. That there is his sidearm, so on each of them there are sidearms. They've got their backs to everyone. No one, and this is a little bit of a criticism, because if they'd have done this, they may have not got ambushed like they did. No one's watching behind them. There's no cover at all. All 3 are focused on this guy. Mind you, then again, to be fair, yeah, I mean, ignore the thing at the top, but it's true. They know this guy's violent, so they're getting in, and this officer here has already grabbed his arm. So there's a scuffle. Now, somebody said that's a punch. No, I think that's him trying to gain control of the suspect by holding his neck to try and get him to get his head down so we can get him in thing. Now, again, all 3 are focused. No one's watching behind them. This is who turns out to be a main threat. But you've also got this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. They're all threats. They're all behind you. You can't see them. And you have no idea what they're going to do. Remembering that these officers potentially are thinking this could be, well, they've got to be careful. They're responding, we'll go for that. They're responding to a violent attack that's happened twice. So, we're now struggling. There's a struggle. Right, this guy's manoeuvring. These 2 haven't noticed. His hand could have easily gone down there. Maybe he's not thinking, but all he's looking at is his brother, who this officer is now attempting to restrain because he's struggling. He's resisting arrest. Right, so this guy is now, okay, this guy here has now moved round. Okay, you've also got this lady coming in. This guy's paying attention now. And we've got a struggle here. Okay, so let's carry on. Right, let's go back a bit. We're now, people are closing in. This guy's moving in. There's now one, two. If this was me, got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the threat I'm missing going round the back of me, 5. So there's 5 potential threats there. So there you go. So we'll go back, and you can see as I go this, you can see the first punch going in from the guy in the shirt. So he's hit him. Okay, so there's the first impact. Right, let's go back again. I'm doing this slowly. You can see. There you go. The officer now retaliates with a punch. Understandable. Absolutely understandable. At the moment, though, you can see his arm. He's still got hold of the guy in the blue. He's being attacked, and he's got a goal. Still got a hold of the guy in blue. The 2 female officers now are shocked, as you would be, and it shows the male officer. He's in a bit of a shock. So, light blue guy has now been detached, and the lady who we know now has a broken nose is struggling. Other female officer is now joining in. This lady is the mother or whatever, is getting involved and shouldn't be. So now you've got an extra threat. Okay, now look, it's been 9 seconds. 9 seconds from contact, initial contact, to it escalating. It's just 9 seconds. Just think about that. 9 seconds isn't a lot of time for it to go from, excuse me, sir, we need to take you to the station to have a chat about what's happening in Starbucks, to boom. Okay, I'm now under a sustained assault. So let's go a bit further. Right, he's hit him again. He's moving in. She's got her back to it. She's trying to restrain him. And he's quite obviously, he's quite a young lad. He's a violent little bugger and all. Right. He's throwing a punch. He's now hit the officer 3 times. This female officer's now getting dragged away. Okay, so the situation's getting bad. These have moved in a little bit closer, so it's even more of a threat. But let's carry on. Right, there you go. Boom! She's got absolutely blindsided in the side of the head. How she's still conscious, I'll never know. Look at the timeline, ladies and gentlemen. That's 10 seconds. In 1 second, she's been absolutely spattered. He's now been hit at least 5 times. And now the situation's getting really out of trouble. One officer is in trouble. Other officer is in trouble. He's now pinned on the floor. Okay? 10 seconds. In 1 second. 1 second, it's all gone to crap. Absolutely gone to crap. So she's now falling over, which is completely understandable. I mean, she's been blindsided right in the side of the head. A good, close range, good punch from a fit kid. Obviously, he's really twatted her. She's going. She's gone. She's crumpled. There's nothing you can do about this. This female officer's now desperately trying to hold on. She's got one arm on, okay? This one's going down. This guy's now beginning his rain of punches to the side of the police officer's head, okay? So we're now 11 seconds. 12 seconds. Officer's collapsing. He's turned around now, and he's absolutely... Let's go back. You'll see. There you go. I'm doing it slowly. Absolutely twatted this girl in the face at point-blank range, breaking her nose. So 12 seconds is now passed. He's now just twatted this female officer who's now got her nose broken. She's stunned. She's in immense pain, instant pain. Her eyes are now full of water, so she's incapacitated. This officer's now falling backwards. This now guy on the side here has now taken another 2 punches. 9 to 12 seconds this has took, remember? Right, now, she's recovered amazingly, okay? This officer's now down on the floor with a broken nose. He's now turning to a threat. Now, he's a threat. He's a threat. Look where he's looking. He's left this officer at the moment, and he's looking over there where his brother is. His brother's incapacitated. He's just standing there doing absolutely sweet fuck all. He could help, but no, I mean, all these people, none of them help. So we're now on 13 seconds. 14 seconds. Boom! Another punch. She's been smacked straight in the face again. That's 2 shots to the head. Other officer is now down on the floor. She's now been hit again in the head. This officer's now getting back up because he lost. This guy wasn't watching. He was looking at what his brother's doing. Who's now launching an attack on this officer. 14 seconds. Another boom, she's down. Right, the officer's now pulled out his taser. I'm thinking he may have used a contact taser on him to push this guy off. She's still down on the floor, probably doesn't even know what day it is. Officer down. He's there. This guy's now recoiling. So now all he knows is he's been violently assaulted. He hasn't even noticed that his other two partners are now incapacitated or on the floor. Really, he doesn't understand what's going on. 15 seconds. Okay, 16 seconds. She's on the deck. He's now got his taser telling him to sit the fuck down. Okay? Officer's still down on the floor. He has no idea. He can't see. He also is now completely unaware that he's aiming his taser at him. He's telling him to back off. He has no idea that one of his officers, his partners, are on the floor. The other one's back here. He also has absolutely no idea that this guy is now free. He doesn't know. He has no idea that this guy is free. Remember, 16 seconds now. We're 16 seconds in. Let's go another second. 17 seconds. He's advancing. He's got him to put his arms on his head. Officer's still down. Officer's still down. He's focused on him. No one gives him a fucking heads up. And this guy's now coming in to absolutely blindside the shit out of him. Okay? So let's keep going. Boom. Blindside. Back of the head. Okay? She's now beginning to try and stand up. Still hasn't got a clue. The other officer's nowhere to be seen at the moment. She's lying on the floor. Now, can you see what's going on? Remember, before we go any further, this had to be leaked. You weren't supposed to. None of us were supposed to see this video. The mainstream media are finally covering it because they've got no option because it's all over the internet. But this was never going to be released. And you'll see why now, because it puts the thing in a completely wholly righteous context that I said from the very first video was righteous. Just think about that. I immediately defended these people, these coppers, straight away. While everybody else went, oh, I don't know, all violence, all this, that and the other. Oh, no. Yeah, I mean, so people like Lawrence Fox, are you going to retract? You think that no one deserves to get a kick in the head? I think he does. I think he really, really does. And I'm going to show you the reason why. Because there's a very valid reason why. So, 17 seconds, blindsided. 18 seconds, another attack on the back of his head. She's finally recovering. No sign of the other officer yet. But she hasn't literally she probably didn't even know what day it is. All she knows is she has an horrendous pain in her face. Anyone who's had their nose broken will know what it feels like. So, and her eyes are watered. She's got no idea what's going on. He's now getting assaulted. He's lucky at the moment that this guy, for unknown reason, didn't join him. So, that's 18 seconds. Let's go another second. We'll do it second by second. 19 seconds. Right, he's now he's standing up trying to push him back. He's now all over his back. This female officer. So he's all over his back. This female officer. Everybody goes, oh, women should be in. She's a fucking hero. Because how the hell she got back up? And as you can see, just here is the prongs of the taser. She's firing a taser. The other officer still doesn't know what bloody day it is. She's struggling. Really, really struggling, understandably. But she has had 3 good bangs to the head. And she's got up, done the right thing. My partner's in trouble. This guy's all over him now. And you can see one hand here, but you don't know where the other one is. Remember, he's still holding his taser. Okay? On this side, which you can't see, is his sidearm. Bear that in mind. So we've now deployed tasers. Great shot. Brilliant recovery. She's brave and she's a hero. She deserves a medal, not to be insulted by like some people have. There shouldn't be women in the police. If this woman hadn't been in the police, this male police officer would be dead now. And several other problem people will. And you'll see why in a minute. Let's go another second. 20 seconds. He's now pulling back. This officer doesn't know that he's been tasered. Okay? But look, there's one. Where's his other hand? Just here is his sidearm. Okay? She's now holding her nose, trying to figure out what the hell has happened. All I know is my nose is absolutely exploded in pain. Okay? So she's incapacitated. The other officer's done the right thing. Taser's deployed. She may have shouted, taser, taser, taser. She probably didn't. She just instantly reacted. So this guy now, still holding his taser, is now being pulled backwards. He thinks, as far as he knows, this guy in the blue is now trying to pull him onto the floor. Okay? So let's go one more second. I'm doing this second by second, ladies and gentlemen. Right, boom, he's on the floor. As far as the male officer is concerned, he's pulled him onto the floor. He doesn't know the taser's been deployed, probably didn't hear it, probably doesn't know what's going on. All he's doing now is he's probably trying to figure out where he is. I mean, he's been subjected to at least 7 blows to the head. He's been jumped on by 2 people. He's been blindsided. He has no idea what's going on. All he knows is he's now fighting for his life. He has no idea where his partners is, and he's just been pulled onto the floor, as far as he's concerned. Okay? With all the shouting and screaming, somebody yelling, taser, 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 which she probably didn't do, and I wouldn't expect her to. But if that, he wouldn't have heard that. Yeah? He probably doesn't even know what bleeding day it is. All he's thinking is, I've got to survive this. I've got to survive this. Female officer with the broken nose is now trying to get something, whatever. I mean, it turns out if you watch the other video, she manages to pull out and deploy a Prava spray. Badly, some people wait. Well, she probably couldn't see. Okay? Any case. Next second. Second 22. Right. Let's go back a bit. Look where this guy's hand is. Do you see what that is? Now, this officer doesn't know he's tasered. All he knows is he now can feel somebody reaching over for his gun. Okay? Remember, I'd like to challenge any of you to get punched in the head 7 times, of which one of them was a blindsided punch, and know what's going on. Okay? He's now got somebody, he's got an arm, he can feel an arm down there right next to his gun. Okay? Right next to his gun. So he rolls off now, and he's now not sure what's going on, but he felt somebody touch him. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that, now she's recovering now, pointing the taser. He's not even noticed. She's still struggling, understandably, but he's still not aware. All he knows is he felt something on the side of where his gun is. He's got his taser in his hand. He's been punched several times in the head. He's struggling here. So let's go another second. Second 23. He's now rolled over. The hand that he knows he will have guarded is now under his body. Has he got my sidearm? Did he manage to get my sidearm? And then into the thing is, what fucking day is it? Where the hell am I? What the hell's going on? My head hurts. What's going on? I can't think straight. I've been blindsided. I think somebody went for my gun. I'm not sure what's going on here. I've been pulled down onto the floor. An out of control officer. And right, to anyone who says he was an out of control officer, to anyone who's going, no, we shouldn't do that. Yeah? If you think that you would be calm and controlled and understanding this situation, you're a lying bastard or you're a fucking coward. Okay? Because you are. Oh, we shouldn't have done that. I've just shown you 23 seconds. 23 seconds. 9 seconds from contact to first punch. 9 to 23 for him to finally to stop being hit. So don't give me all this bloody crap. Next second. So now he stands up. He's not sure. She's still struggling. The other officer is probably now aware that maybe she's deployed a taser. Looking by his head. Remember, we haven't blurred this out. So he now sees someone who's lying on the floor, who he thinks may be now in control of his firearm. Because he never checks, he doesn't know. So he steps back, gets his taser ready, the arm starts to come out, he doesn't know, and that's that. And that's the evidence that you lot needed some reason why to say, oh, well, he acted well. I don't understand why you all had to wait for the evidence. And remember, again, I will reiterate, because it's important for you to listen, that was a leaked image from the CCTV. You weren't supposed to see this. Because this blows all the other fucking narrative out of the water. Whereas I was saying, he got what he deserved, he's obviously been violently attacked. I didn't know it was that bad. But I knew something had happened. I didn't need to wait for a CCTV to just... Something had happened, and you weren't. This is what everybody seems to be missing. It was leaked. You weren't going to get to see this. This blew their narrative out of the water. Now they can't fucking play the victim card. Are you understanding yet? Those officers were fighting for their lives. They managed by pure luck, and, you know, I mean, in reality, to all three of them, who've been absolutely mercilessly beaten around the head. I mean, I'll punch you in the head and see how good you are at trying to even do simple what's 1 + 1. Eh? They've been, all of them. One's got a broken nose, so her face will be all in pain. She won't be able to see. She's agonising. She's got no idea where she is. Probably doesn't even know what day it is. The male officer's been beaten around the head and blindsided, has been what he thought initially was pulled back to lie on the floor, and a hand's gone for where his sidearm is. You've got the female officer who is brave enough to manage somehow to get back up on her feet, to draw a taser and shoot it and hit the suspect to disable him. Yeah, when in reality, looking at this, there's nothing wrong with her pulling her actual sidearm out and putting a bullet in the guy. Is that much of a threat? That much of a threat? But she didn't. She went for the non-lethal version, tasered him, even though she got beaten at least 3 times, good fucking punches to the top of her head. Remembering that all these officers ended up in hospital, all with head injuries. Yeah? None of them are complaining, oh, he's got a cyst. Fuck off, Yaqub. Yeah? Yaqub Ahmud, or whatever his fucking name is, he's just a vile chancer. Trying to get, they deserve no money. They didn't even deserve to be out on bail, but you bailed them because it's all about them being the fucking victims, isn't it? And now a leaked video shows you were all fucking wrong when you all went there. Oh, yeah, police brutality. Oh, picking on the Muslims. Tell me that wasn't justified. And if you turn around and say he didn't deserve a kick in the head, you're a coward. You're a cunt. Sorry, but you are. And before anyone goes, because I've shown that video, no monetisation. If you think that's what, because you don't. The last video I didn't get monetised because I showed the video. What needs to be done, and what genuinely needs to be done, is the fact that those men should be rearrested, not bailed. That Yaqub can piss off with he's got a cyst on his brain. Bollocks. Absolute utter bollocks. For all of you who went, oh, this, that and the other, and jumped to the defence of the Muslims, hang your heads in shame. For all of you who waited for the leaked CCTV to come out to somehow justify it, why? Why wait? Why wait? I don't get it. To all of you who will all giving it, like Andy Burnham and all these people, oh, this, that, and the other, oh, we got to, yeah. Look, what's this shown you is where their priorities lie. For those police officers who are serving and trying to do their job, I know a lot of them run away, you can see that they're not protected by their government, they're not protected by their bosses, who conveniently in Manchester Police just happens to be a member of Alan's Snack Bar. What a shock. They're not protected by their upper limits. They're not protected by the government. They're not protected by anyone. If they do anything wrong, they're thrown under the bus. What does this mean? What does this mean, really? Well, what this means is now kick off as much as you like in an airport, because the police won't respond too much now because they're frightened that they're going to get lobbed under the bus. Remember the guy who got the firearms officer who got he was going to get tried for murder for shooting that guy? Yeah, I can't remember his name. The one in London. And all the firearms officers who handed in their guns and their licences because they wouldn't protect him. They don't like our police force. They tie them down with fucking stupid shit. They're undermanned, and then when they do something right for a change, everybody up above decides that fuck that and throw them under the bus. And people go, oh well, yeah, it's justified now. Why did you wait? I didn't wait. I could see there was a problem, and I think it was acted improperly. and I did a video on it, the link is up above and down below, that broke down, just like I broke that down, broke it down to show you what was going on. And it's not acceptable. I'm just sick of this left-wing thing. Oh, well, it's this, that, and the other. Oh, they're picking on the Muslims. No. The simple truth of the matter is, if you are in an airport and you commit not one, but 2 assault, violent attacks on people in the airport, and then you attack a bunch of armed officers, fuck about, find out. I would rather my officers do that. Okay, let's go. And he goes, oh, well, you know, it was a bit overreaction. Okay, we'll wind it back to the Manchester Arena bombings, yeah? Where the guy with the backpack, acting exceedingly suspiciously, wasn't approached because, racism. I'd rather them do what they did in the airport than what they didn't do at Manchester Arena, where hundreds of people got fucking blown up to bits. Get my point yet? The simple truth of the matter is, as I bring this video to a close, is this. It was a leaked CCTV video, so to whichever genius, wonderful human being in the airport, because it's come from the airport, who leaked that video out. Thank you. You're a patriot and a true hero. Because it was leaked out. You and I were not supposed to see that video. It was designed to push a narrative. It was to push the Muslims are being picked on, the Muslim victim card. Oh, look at the police. Let's throw them under the bus. Let's just lick arse and promote the one group of people who are being deliberately flooded into this country to take over. And that's what the media did. That's what the upper echelons of the police force did. That's what the Home Secretary did. That's what the Mayor of Manchester did. That's what every single arsehole left-wing idiotic commentator did. That's why no one trusts the mainstream media. Don't get your news from there. Get it from people like me who will break it down honestly and fairly and show you what happened and explain what happened and why it's being done. Any case, enough of that. I'm done. So, until the next one.
This once great nation, eroded by time, with its crushed population just towing the line. They are nourished with poisons and brought up on lies. They wave foreign banners as the patriots die. I said, oh, what's going on?